Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial, and today I will be covering this filter called the filter galleries. And what the filter gallery does is that it has a lot of these different kinds of filters that you can apply on your image right here, and you can use them to enhance or manipulate your images as per your liking. So without further ado, I'll show you what the filter gallery is, where it is, and how you can use each one, right? So as you can see that I have my image opened up right here. So I'll go to filters and go over here and select this option which says filter gallery. And as you can see that even though we can see a portion of our image right here. So I'm going to just decrease the size a little bit right here which says fit to screen so that you can see the entire image like that, right? So as you can see right over here that the filter gallery has all these options, all these files right here. So I'm going to show you a few, right? And then you can of course play around and experiment with the other effects as well. I will not be covering all of them because it's quite a lot. There's a lot of filters that filter gallery has to offer. So the first one is like by default, this is the plastic wrap filter right over here. So as you can see that this is how this effect looks like on your entire image. So over here you can use the settings, you can adjust the highlights right here. Right, you can increase it or decrease it depending on your image as to how much you like, how much effect you wanted. You can increase the detailing as well. So depending on which type of effect you're using, it might take a couple of seconds for it to apply on the image right here. So this is a plastic wrap. So I will be talking about a few of my personal favorites, one right here. So one of my favorite ones is this palette knife right here. It's going to take a couple of seconds for it to be applied because depending on your image, depending on your effect, it takes a little bit of time, right? So I want the stroke detail to be on the highest, and I'm just going to decrease the stroke size a little bit like here. So it does take a little bit of time, as you can see that the effect is happening. So you can't really make out much, but as you can see that this effect has been applied right over here. So this was one of them. And similarly, I also quite like the sponge effect as well. Right over here, and as you can see, it's being applied. Right, so I can increase just the brush size a little bit more like this, or probably increase the definition as well like this over here, and increase the smoothness as well. As you can see that some effects do take a little bit of time for it to be applied, whereas some they do not take so much of time. So this was some of the effects in the artistic one over here. So the brush stroke as well, as you can see, it has slightly lesser than the artistic one right here. So you can see that, for example, this angle stroke right over here. As you can see, this has happened. The angle stroke is not much, but we can of course decrease or increase this direction brush right here. Some of the effects will take time for it to arise, whereas some might not show so much. Yep, right here. Now you can see that the effect is starting to be applied right over here on this image. So it can take a little bit of time, so you have to wait a couple of seconds. Right here. So as you can see that this angle strokes has been applied, and you can see that it's going in this direction as well. Right. So these were some of the effects right here. So similarly, you can apply a different kind of textures as well, such as you can apply the stained glass right here, right? Or for example, if you go to stylize only has this one, which is the glowing edges. Personally, I don't really like the glowing edges that much. And then you can come down here to sketch, and then you can apply these different kinds of sketch effects as well, such as chalk and charcoal. And then of course you can increase or decrease, or you can like play around with the effects right here. I'm going to decrease the chalk area as well, and like that. So whichever one you like best, you can just play around or see which effect you want, like that. So you can check out the other effects as well. So this is the glass effect, and then you can of course change the distortion, the smoothness, whatever you wanted it to be, like that. I'm going to just increase the smoothness or like that. Right. So you get an idea of what all the different filters that the filter gallery has to offer, right? And that's about it. So this was just a brief and short video about the different kinds of filters that the filter gallery has to offer. So I hope you found this video to be useful, and with a little practice you can manipulate and add different kinds of filters from the filter gallery. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.